I have a question for you guys. Does anybody happen to know why we name treaties when we end a war? Why do we name the treaty? What do we name it after? Anybody know?
The city.
What city?
Whatever city was ratified.
That's correct. We actually name the treaty after the city that it was signed in. Doesn't have anything to do with the two people who were fighting. Isn't that weird? So here, another question for you now. What was the name of the treaty that ended our Civil War?
Appomattox.
Treaty of Appomattox.
It's a trick question. There was none.
Okay.
Why was there no treaty that ended the Civil War? That's correct, because the Union didn't recognize the South as a separate country. So there could be no treaty. Look at that. Some cool trivia for you guys, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Why did I tell you that? I don't know. It just sounded cool. That's all. It just sounded cool. That's it. Another reason. That's it. I thought it sounded cool. Didn't tell you. All right. I want to ask you a question. I was in a car with Jay. Is Jay here? No, I was in a car with Jay. He was driving me from the airport in Seattle. And we were talking about what it means to be an American. And I want to ask you something very important. We broke away from the British. 3 reasons why we started our government: life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, right?
Yep.
I want to focus on that pursuit of happiness piece. Why do I want to focus on this? Because if we are true libertarians, if we are pure libertarians, we care about that happiness piece. Now, if someone says, hey, I believe in something, I want to do something, I like something, but we disagree, or they're wrong, should we stop them? But they're wrong.
If they consent.
Only if it hurts others.
Say again?
Only if it hurts others.
In this case, it doesn't. But what they believe in or what they want to do, we know to either be factually wrong or morally wrong. We think it's bad what they're doing, or we think it's wrong. Why shouldn't we stop them?
Because it's their right to do that.
But why does that matter?
Because that's what makes them happy.
That's what makes them happy. And I want to make sure that's important, that we understand that. This is a right to happiness. People all the time say, well, Larry, what if the government isn't involved in education? It won't provide X, Y, and Z. But will it make people happy? What if the government isn't involved in this? People might get the wrong information, or might not know. But will they be happy? Pursuit of happiness matters. Pursuit of happiness is why we're here. It goes to one more step, though. That's my tagline now, right? Isn't it? One step further. I got to go one step further now, and that is, what happens when I want to argue with somebody and show them how wrong they are? Think about this. Is it good to argue with someone because we think they are wrong? Is it moral to argue with somebody because we think they are wrong? All the heads nod yes. I know. But why would you want to argue if they're happy? And that's my point. Consider that when you're trying to get mad at somebody, tell them how wrong they are, express how that's not true, or this is right, or that's right. Are they happy believing it now? Maybe you should let them. Maybe if you let them believe it for now, they may come back to you later and have a conversation. Very often, getting someone to get to the truth is not one conversation. It's often 3, 4, 5, 6. But if you get mad at them up front and show them how right you are, you only get one conversation. You only get one. And even though you're right, they don't like you. They don't give it a second or third conversation. And they never converted. So keep that in mind when you're talking to people. If we're going to grow this movement, we're going to have hundreds of conversations. Each one of us. Hundreds of conversations. Not hundreds of debates. Not hundreds of arguments. But hundreds of conversations. That's going to grow this party. Thank you, guys.